Okay, all right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to my viewers on YouTube and also my viewers on TikTok today. Welcome back to 215 Trades, the home of the 215 technique. And today I'll be looking to see if I can get it's Friday as well. So it's the last trading day of the week. So today I'm going to see if I can get any entries here today on XAU USD and also on Euro USD. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Ultimately, as well, I'm also going to be doing the 215 technique as well, to basically look for these entries. Good morning or good. I'm not sure what time it is where you are, Talman, but good day to you, my friend. Very happy to see you here as well. All right, so this is going to be my point of interest here on. I don't have any alerts on. Oh, it's all alerts. Okay, so that's going to be my point of interest here on gold. So I'm going to just do the markings on EU first, and then I'll just come back to gold afterwards. Just so. Okay, hold on. Can you guys let me know if my audio is okay on YouTube and also on TikTok? Um, Wagwan Broski, what's going on? What's up? How would you pronounce that? Cagilio. Did I get that right? All right, good. So we're on the already have our structures marked out from yesterday on DXY. Basically, the zones marked out on DXY. I'm still going to be operating with those zones though. They do seems to be quite still relevant. Might need to I'll adjust this one just a little bit down there at the bottom of that section right there. So I'm gonna have the top of this zone remain where it's at, not going to change that bit, and I'll leave it at that. All right, good. That's fine. Gold has been going crazy since the beginning. Let's see, it's been up by 140 pips. That's good because I have structure above and I also have structure below, so that's good. So I'm not too worried about that. All right, so let's begin. Let's begin with the 215 technique here, guys. And remember to hit that like button, hit that share button as well, and definitely subscribe. Thank you guys so much as well for those persons who have already hit that like button there on TikTok. All right, so using the 215 technique, this is my point of interest. Just going to measure 7 pips away from that point of interest, which is going to be right here in this section. So that's going to be my bow line. Let me just move my alert to that pile line right there, and then we're going to be doing the reverse of that as well to here, which is going to be my sell line. This is my my sell line alert, so I'll just move it to it. And then in this section here, in this little section here, this is going to be called my 215 zone. That's this famous 215 zone. It's been going on strong here. All right, good. So that's a 215 zone right in that little area right there. All right, let's go to the higher time frame so I can identify the supports and resistance on the higher time frames, which will basically be my targets. How did you check that, Pip? Trading has a measure tool. Don't think it should be shown on the screen, but it has a measuring tool, or you can just it's 7 pips is like 70. It's by what 0.00070 here. On the 30-minute time frame, we do have a 30-minute resistance pretty close to the range as well. I'm gonna say it would be right here in this little area here, but this little section right here as well is quite close to the zone. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put this, I'm going to still mark this area, but I'm going to put it in a different color for me to make reference to it. as well. Okay, good. Let's look on the flip side, on the downside. 30-minute support. 30-minute support right here. We still have these range. These supports are so close to the zone, man. So close to the zone. But what can we do? That's the structure that it has created. It doesn't mean that price is going to react to these areas. It can very well just pass through them, but still, I still have to highlight them following the rules of the 215 technique. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame just to see what we're looking at. Let's find the support and resistance on the 1 hour time frame. This is going to be my 1 hour support. What's your bias? I don't have any bias, my friends. Don't have any bias at the moment. So based on the two, is basically whichever entry is confirmed firstly on the 215 technique. That's what I'm going to go for. So if it confirms a long or it confirms a short, that's what I'm going to go for. This is the 1 hour resistance. And if you stay on, you will see what I mean. So no overall bias really. Just whatever the technique says that I should use, I should go for. That's what I'm going for. Even if it's crazy, that's what I'm gonna go for. All right, this is the 4 hour support. All right, remember to hit that like button, my friends. I'm at 300 likes. If we can just get those likes to TikTok up to 1,000, I would really appreciate it. Come on, Tallman, use up those fingers and double tap on that screen, my friend. All right, and this is going to be my 4 hour. There you go. Thank you, my friend. Good. All right, so I'm finished here with Euro USD. So let's look at the 5-minute time frame. Ultimately, what I am looking for here, that's the 215 zone here. I would like to see price to either close above the zone for me to look for longs, or close below the zone for me to look for shorts. In this instance, we do have these 30-minute support and the 30-minute resistance quite close to the zone, though I don't really like when it's like that. So what I would ultimately like to see happen as well, I would like to see price being distributed inside the 215 zone before ultimately breaking out. Good morning, Manny. How are you doing today, my friend? Just to let you guys know here as well, let me just put it here. This is my channel as well, so if you guys could just be so kind and just subscribe there as well, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So let's just anchor that, and I will copy this as well. So if price could just distribute itself inside of the 215 zone, I would really appreciate that. Yesterday was a massive win, massive win yesterday on gold yesterday, scoring over 100 pips. If you guys held that, if you guys were here yesterday, you should be up nicely. The move was so massive that I'm pretty sure that a lot of persons actually jumped out before it went to the full TP4 at the 4 hour resistance. And I think it was actually in this price point, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But we're here again. All right, so this is the point of interest here on gold. Using the 215 technique, need to determine the 215 zone here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be measuring. All right, so this is the value line. Let's put this above. So I'm going to be measuring $2 from the point of interest, or 20 pips. So let's see, 3,368 minus 2. Hold on, I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Yes, I am. So that's going to be. How are you doing, Manny? How's the market treating you, my friend? So that's going to, hold on, what did I click? No, I click on the line. No, I click on what line did I click? I'm trying to click on the green line. Okay, there you go. So that's going to be my sell line here, and the price should be at 3366.842. Exactly $2 or 20 pips from the 215 zone. So that's my sell line. Right there, doing the reverse of that as well, still on the 15-minute time frame, still following the rules of the 215 technique. All right, so that's If it's 6.8, then this should be 7.0, 7.0, and then this should be 8.42. 8.42, and then this is going to be my buy line. Now, it's not yet finished just as yet, but this is the infamous 215 zone right here. That's my 215 zone. That's good. And if you want to learn more about the 215 technique and all of that, how to identify the zone, how to mark out the zone, this is your place to go. Just check it out. Summer, I haven't seen Summer in a while, but I definitely know that handle. Thank you guys. I haven't taken a trade yesterday, man. Was busy, but I checked if you shared an entry in the premium. You checked. No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I didn't share the entry in premium. It was taken on stream. Didn't send it out, but it was an epic entry yesterday, though, man. I tell you, on stream it was an epic entry yesterday, and a lot of well, not a lot. There was some guy on here who was saying that it's not gonna go there, but surprise, surprise. All right, let's go. So still on the 15-minute time frame here. I'm going to find my rejection areas. So I'm going to find my 15-minute rejection area, but basically you just find the closest 15-minute support to the zone. If you can't find it, you just measure 15 pips away from the zone, and then you should have it. All right. Overall money. Thank you, my friend. Overall money. So I did fall off a bit with my premium and also with my streaming and everything. So I'm back now. I'm working on things in the background to get back the engagement in the groups and all of that. So bear with me. It's just a little bit slow for right now, but it shall get there. I'm surprised to see that price is going down now on gold. It was going up aggressively as well. Euro is consolidating. I don't mind that. Don't mind that, honestly. All right, but let's see now. All right, so let me just move my alert here to my sell line and my alert here to my 15-minute rejection. Let's identify my higher time frame targets. Yeah, we need to get back to that Zoom meeting as well. Definitely, for sure. Mondays are usually the Zoom meeting days, for sure. So as I said, I need to get the momentum back up again. And why is this? It's the same on EU and it's the same on gold. These 30-minute supports are so close to the zones. Need to get back to it because that was one of the ultimate benefit of the premium, where everyone, you could basically speak live and we could basically just hash out what we're doing there and then as well. But it's all coming back, my friend. It's all coming back. Just give me some time just to build back the momentum here on the channels and you know, get my footing back in the market, and then we should be happy days, you know. 1 hour resistance, and then going through to my 4-hour time frame. You can clearly see the 4-hour here, so I'll put that as my 4-hour. All right, come on guys, remember to hit that like button, hit that share button, and also remember to subscribe here as well. I'm live there as well if you want to learn more about the 215 technique here today. All right, so finish marking the support and resistance on the higher time frame. Just have a quick look at the daily time frame just to see if there's any resistance or support inside my playing range. So that support for the daily is on my 4-hour support, so that's good. And the resistance is at that 1-hour resistance, and then well, there are two resistance, and they're both at that 30-minute and that 1 hour. So they're basically inside my playing range, and it's already highlighted, so I don't have to really worry about the daily supports. Let's dive down to the 5-minute time frame now, because you know the 5-minute time frame is the time frame that I basically use for entries. Just to have a quick look as to what's going on here. All right, so ultimately what I would like to see price to do is to break below my 215 zone, test my 15-minute rejection, come back into my 215 zone, reject from my 215 zone, and close below my 215 zone in between my sell line and my 15-minute rejection line. And then I will basically look to consider taking shorts if that was to happen. Okay, if it's the reverse of that, where price breaks above and tests my 15-minute rejection on the buy side, pull back inside my zone, followed by a candle closure above my zone in between my buy line and my 15-minute rejection, at that point in time, then I will be looking to go for longs in that instance. Now, as this price has actually come down as well and has tested these areas, tested this 15-minute rejection as well, I can say that it has been properly tested. It has not only been tested by a wick. Speaking of wicks, today the John Wick movie is coming out. Well, it's now called Ballerina. Anyways, it's still from the John Wick Chronicles. It's a very interesting watch. So if you're a movie fan, yeah, you can definitely go check that out. So now that this 15-minute rejection has been tested, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to move my alert from my 15-minute rejection line and put it back at my sell line now, and ultimately just wait for price to come back to my sell line. Now, these entries that I'm waiting for basically the break and the retest of the zones, these are called entry 1 of the 215 zone. However, based off the volume price of how this is actually moved, oh, that was a perfect 215 go entry, clean candles. And yeah, that was a perfect 215 entry. I wasn't even looking for that. So because price is moving down with volume, as you can see, there's another entry we could also take using the 215 technique, and it's ultimately called an entry 2. Entry 2 model, which would basically be a trend reversal entry. It's basically where I would look to take long positions from my a resistance or a support. So let's say from this 4-hour resistance here, or even let's say this one, not resistance, support here in this instance, because it's coming down in a sell, or from this area right here, if it does confirm itself. For example, let me show you guys a quick example of what I mean of an entry 2. Look at this area here. This is, well, we would have been stopped out on that example, to be honest, because these wicks went way down. Let me see if there's a better example that I could use. All right, perfect. Oh, perfect example here. So you can see where price is coming up, right? Price is going up, right? And then it came into this 30-minute resistance area here, right? Then it rejected from this 30-minute resistance with 2 candle closures going in the opposite direction, not exceeding 15 to 20 pips. So that was like, what, 10 pips right there. So what you would do, because the price action is going up, right, you can take an entry 2 as a reversal of that resistance or a support going in the opposite direction. So what you would do in this instance, you would hit a short here because it rejected from that 30-minute resistance, and you can just put your stop loss at the top of this candle. But as you can see, this is about 6 pip, so you could just really just extend it a little bit more just to put it at a 15 pips. So ideally I would usually go for just 15 pips, but you can go for 15 pips up to 20 pips on that, and then you could take that sharp position, and then you basically could have just rode this all the way down if we were looking for entry 2. So that's a perfect example of what an entry 2 looks like. Entry 2s, they're more riskier because they're going against the trend, and if it's a really strong trend, then you know you can be exposed to an SL. That's why when I'm taking an entry 2, my usual lot size, not lots, well, yeah, I do reduce my lot size on them. However, I also ensure that my stop loss are extremely tight as well. So while the price action is coming down as well, I still have the possibility of taking an entry 2 from the 1 hour, the 4 hour, or even the 30-minute support, because you can take entry 2s from supports, and you can also take them from resistance as well. So if you don't get an entry from the zone, if you don't get an entry where it is a break and retest of the zone, then you can also look for the entries of the resistance and the supports. It's been a minute since I had a ping. That's how I passed my first funded goal, was 2,900. A ping pong. Oh yeah, yeah, man. That's it's been it definitely has been a minute. In all honesty, I haven't even said the term ping pong in so long to show you how long it has been. It it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. I think since the elections and Trump has basically come into power, I don't think the market has just been on steroids ever since. So the market is not only just being moved by news now, it's just being moved by whatever Trump says, and I think that's that level of uncertainty that has been pumped into the market, has caused it just to be crazy. But I haven't had a good ping pong setup in a while. For those who don't understand what a ping pong setup is, a ping pong setup is basically where you would get an entry one or an entry two, whichever one confirms first, and then that same entry will play into confirming the next entry. So let's say price came down to this 4 hour support, right? Price came down to this 4 hour support, and I got in on a entry too long because it's basically a reversal. So this price came down, bam, hit that, right, and then price went back up. So basically, I would have taken that buy from that 4 hour support and I would ride it right back to the 215 zone, right? As soon as it's back in the 215 zone, right, it basically confirms an entry one setup for a sell, basically meaning that these arrows here, it confirmed this setup where price actually reject from that zone again and come back below here and close below my sell line and my 50 in between my sell line and my 50-minute rejection. Once it does that, then it would basically confirm a short from here, which would basically be an entry one short, and then I will just ride that trade down again to the 4 hour support or even the 30 or the 1 hour support. So that's what I call an entry. That's a ping pong setup, basically meaning you taking back-to-back entries and entry one or entry two, all depending. Can you show us how to take partial gains? What platform do you use to take entries on? Do you use MT5? What do you use? You use a TV? Okay, you use TV to take partial, to take entries on? Okay, how do you do that? You, but if you take it, if you're linked, if you're connected to Trading View, then it should be easy. Am I connected to? I don't think I'm connected to paper trading now. Am I? Mm, trading panel. No, no, I'm not. I'm not connected to anything. So I can't show it to you on that. However, if it it does give you the option when you're closing. I would say basically just look on YouTube it, because if I explain it, it's not gonna really make much of a sense. But if I show you, it would have made sense. Just YouTube it, my friend. It's not very difficult. Just have a quick look at YouTube. Someone said, "Do you have personal classes?" I usually do have personal classes. However, things are a little bit. I'm not having and doing any classes now because I was on like a sabbatical, if you want to call it like that. So I'm back now. So I'm basically just trying to build the streaming up here on the channel. Now, where, where's my disc? Guys, didn't you? I'm pretty sure that I had a text box on here. Where did that text? Wow. All right, guys. If you're on TikTok, if you haven't yet subscribed here, please go ahead and subscribe so you can learn more about the 215 technique. Okay. All right. Let's see here. 215 trades there. Is it also on? Gold is crossing the sell line. Gold is coming back into the sell into the 215 zone, so that's good. On EU, as you can see here, Let me just make this a little bit wider for you guys so you can understand. I trade EU. However, I also use DXY as an additional confluence. So if DXY is basically going down, then I should be seeing EU going up. As you can see, price action is going up here on EU. So basically I need to wait to see if I can get a candle closure above my buy line here for me to consider taking longs on EU. So I still have 3 minutes left on this candle. It's now, it's 7 a.m. Your point of interest would be here if you were doing a 7 a.m. candle. Yeah. Can you show how to set your, whoa. But smart, I'm not which broker, I'm not sure what broker you're using, not sure what platform you're using. You might have said it, maybe it's like MT5 or I don't know. But most of these platforms are pretty similar in a sense where if you take an entry and it marks your oh, I don't use Trade of 8, my friend. I'm very sorry. I don't use Trade of 8. I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. So I would say, my friend, definitely watch YouTube videos on it. Just Google, just YouTube, just punch it in on YouTube. And Trade of 8 is pretty popular, so I'm pretty sure that persons actually do have tutorials on that money. Yeah, good morning, Sylvia. Oh, thank you guys for getting the likes up to 1,000. Really do appreciate it. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed as yet, please definitely subscribe to 215 Trades so you can learn more about how to do the 215 technique. Now, the 215 technique is not a technique it's basically my technique, and it's something that I basically created and have mastered over the years. So if you want to learn more about that, definitely sure, go ahead and subscribe. How many subscribers, what's our subscriber count right now on YouTube? What should I do to start trading without losing? Wow, without losing. Remember, guys, I'm no financial advisor. You don't know me, I don't know you. I'm just some random guy here on the internet, my friends. Just some random guy here on the internet. But I don't know how not to lose, my friend. I genuinely don't know how not to lose. The most you can do is follow your rules, and your rules should basically what should I say, mitigate you not losing a lot but making more. Sometimes those rules are pretty hard to follow. I think that's the most difficult part of trading. I think the most difficult doing this is not hard, but the emotional connection behind the scene, that's where the trouble is. Because as soon as you hit that buy button, there's some demon on your shoulder saying close it out. Close that entry out. It's gonna go to your SL, and then someone on the right or on the left is saying, oh no, it's good, it's all good, just wait, and someone on the right is saying close it out, it's going to your SL. Are you silly? That was a foolish entry. And then that back and forth conversation on the left and on your right, that's what's confused you. And then you say, oh gosh, what am I gonna do? And then you just close out the position. You take an L, and then when you sit there and you just look at the market going to your full take profit, and then you're like, oh, what? Why did I do that? And then you say to yourself, you make a promise to yourself, I'm not gonna do that again. And as soon as you click the buy button, you still do the same thing. I think the emotional connection behind the scenes, that's the hardest thing to manage. Marking these lines on the screen is easy and say, oh yeah, it's gonna go here, it's gonna go there. If it comes here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But then to execute that, yeah, that's where the issue comes in. Yeah, if you're emotional, you're cooked. Yeah, that's true. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you as well for the shares as well, and thank you for all those new persons who have followed. Really do appreciate it. Remember to support the channel by also subscribing here as well, because that's the main area as well. I think I might have a shutter ban over there if I'm not mistaken, because I don't like the numbers that it's doing now, but doesn't matter. I'm not giving up. All right, let's look at EU. EU is pushing up nicely towards the buy line here. It would be nice if I could get a break, basically meaning a 5-minute candle closure, like a red candle, before it actually does confirm buy or sell. I don't have any distribution of the price action here on EU in the lower half of the 215 zone. I would like to see some of that. I would like to see price being evenly distributed inside the zone. Basically, when that happens, it's sort of like a squeeze in a sense. So if it's being distributed inside the zone, it's sort of like a squeeze, and when it does confirm an entry, then it should burst and push into that direction, hopefully. All right, so let's see. So no, I'm not rushing any entries here on EU. Yeah, I have rushed quite a few of them, but you know, I have been duly rewarded by my SL, so definitely for sure waiting for that 5-minute candle closure above or below. All right, remember guys, subscribe to 215 Trades here on YouTube. Let me just have a quick look of what's going on over there. Rory Kitty. Hi, Rory. I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. There are some names that I remember. There are some names that I truly remember. And if they were to pop in now, I can definitely see. Thank you, Sylvia. Like names like Sylvia, Manny, Henny, those persons I know definitely has been here since day one. Day one supporters of the 215 technique, and they have so much faith, you know. Like some random guy that just come here on the internet just marking lines in the screen, and they have adapted the technique wholeheartedly in their strategy. I think that's crazy. That's crazy. We are the seniors, definitely for sure, buddy. It just got sharp in 2 months. Nice. Nice. Ooh, look at that. 69 followers. Not followers, viewers. You build future billionaires. Yeah, that's nice. I'm pretty sure you're pretty close to that right now. Henny helped me out the first 2 weeks on Discord. Really? That's nice. Oh, you guys are on. Oh, you know, I'm not on Discord. Wonder if I should be. Do you guys think I should get on Discord as well? Bro, it's like let's get it. We will take there and share stuff. Okay, all right. Well, if my seniors say that I should, then I should. I will get a Discord. I'll create it over the. Oh, how are you? I think I'm traveling this weekend. I'll create it over the weekend. I'll definitely create it over the weekend, and then I'll let you guys know in the Telegram group that we're now on Discord. The chosen one. Okay, good. All right, price action seems to be a little bit slow today. Where's Talman? Talman's not here. Hi, Ziza. Talman is not here to say the price action is slow today. All right, that's good. Price action is coming down there as well on EU as well, getting a reversal. It's like I think it's good to have a supportive community. Okay, good. Then I think I will do that. Then I'll definitely create that Discord, and then if we need, like true followers of true 215ers who want to be a part of it, surely. So you guys, if you want to be a part of the Discord, definitely join the Telegram group so I can send it in there. And when I send it in there, send the links in the Telegram group, we can all join it. Me get chopped up in New York yesterday. Ah, yes, New York, fam. New York yesterday was so manipulated, man. So manipulated. I'm pretty sure. Talman, I'm 100% sure that you're not the only person who got cooked yesterday in New York. You know why? The news came out. The news came out yesterday, and the news was bad. So you would expect that the price action to be continuing to fly on gold, right? But instead of doing that, it dumped, and it dumped aggressively. Or when I said aggressively, it was violent. I don't think I can say that on TikTok, but it was, yeah, it was rough. It was a rough dump, and I'm pretty sure a lot of persons didn't expect that. So it was a proper spanking session yesterday. Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, "Ooh, look at that." And yes, you know what? The funny thing about it though, yesterday on EU, just before the news, like such a beautiful entry confirmed again on EU, and I couldn't take it because I can't trade news on my prop firm. I catch this sale yesterday. Nice, 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 nice. Come on, guys. Remember, if you're on here on YouTube, if you're on TikTok right now, if you haven't yet subscribed, please definitely go ahead and do so. That's 215 Trades, the home of the 215 technique. We don't use any order blocks, any indicators, any fair value gaps, no inverse. I don't even know what they're called. No reverse uniform, no upside down uniform, no head and shoulder, no flag, no sailorship patterns. We don't. All the thing we use on this on my channel is the 215 technique. I was in profit by a lot, then everything reversed to break even and SL. Damn. No worries about that, Talman. Another day. So we can make it all back today, or we can make it all back next Monday. Just gotta show up. So I got some homework to do for the weekend. Need to create that Discord. I think one of the mistakes I made when I had that first Telegram group was the chat. One of the chat, the what was that chat called where you could speak in? The discussion chat. Yeah, the discussion chat on Telegram where I paused it. But you learn. I lost 200, don't worry. Yeah, you can make it back. Caesar, do you trade prop firms or do you trade personal? Wow, my YouTube is just so dead today. What's going on over my YouTube? My YouTube is so dead today. Do me a favor, guys. Can someone just come over on my YouTube? Just go on the YouTube and just say something in the chat. Just say hi in the chat. My YouTube is so dead. It's all everything is going on TikTok. My YouTube is so dead. Just go over there and just say hi in the chat. That's all. There's nothing going on YouTube. No one is saying anything on YouTube. Just say hi in my chat on YouTube. Personal. Okay. Hey Shan. seen your name quite a few times here. Welcome back. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame. See what's really going on here. There's like Amaro. Hi, Amaro. Bless up. Thank you for that, my friend. Ah, that's a new name as well. I'll make note of that, my friend. Thank you for that. Should be doing a giveaway sometime soon as well. I guess I'll do the giveaway once I've created the Discord and we got the we transferred the followers into the Discord and all of that fun stuff. 30-minute time frame. There does seem to be it look like an area to buy, yes, and especially at the 1 hour support as well. But it does seems a little bit confusing. Let's have a look at the pointers, the market with pointers. That will show it a little bit more. Do you guys believe me when I say that? When I was initially when I got into basically formulating this 215 technique, this was the chart that I used to take entries from. Would you guys believe me if I told you that I used to trade line charts versus candlesticks? It was crazy. But yeah, I think what the line charts, especially the lines with markers, it helped me to identify supports and resistance pretty easily, because wherever I see like these candles being closed with clusters, then I know for sure something is going on there. Look at it. So this area here for this 1 lower support, you can see that you have about 4 clusters right here. So you know for sure that there's either a support here or a resistance here. Why you sound different in YouTube? How do I sound in YouTube? How do I sound on YouTube? No one has ever said that. That's new. How do I sound on YouTube? Do I sound? I don't know, because TikTok is coming through my like a different person. I've never heard that before. I look on it. That's strange. Can someone second that? Can someone second that? Oh wow, look at that. DXY is pushing up here. EU is dropping down aggressively. Wow. It's almost at that sell line. Or maybe I look at someone else. Did you go to 215 trades? I should be the only one. Yeah, it's 215 trades. Yeah. I'm live right there right now. The chart should be showing the same thing. I've never heard sound different. Do I sound different, Sylvia? I've never heard that before, as is. That's new. That's really new. All right, EU is fixing up for a short here. Still have 19 seconds left on this. DXY is pushing. Oh wait, I don't want to take that chart just yet. DXY is pushing up to this zone to basically pushing up to zone 1, and if it's pushing up to zone 1, it is a resistance, so there can be a reversal here as well. It might not necessarily break and continue into zone 1. It can reject because this yellow line here on DXY is a resistance, so it can do something like bam, then come back down kind of thing. So because it's so close to here, I'm not going to take it just as yet. Yes, you sound different. All right, so the thing is, TikTok is my is a mobile, so it is an iPhone. The microphone on TikTok is my iPhone, and I have on a headset on YouTube. And the headset has that little that cushion thing over the microphone. So I'm not sure if that's the case. It's supposed to make me sound a little bit smoother, I guess, or noise canceling, I guess. So that could be one of the. Hey Bell, hey Ronaldo. Yes, yes, I probably sound, yeah. So which one of the sounds do you guys prefer? Do you prefer the sound on TikTok or do you prefer the sound on YouTube? Which one has the more good vibe? Oh, Ziza, right? Ziza, that's a total different. That's a total different conversion. Because you're Ziza, and then you're Ronaldo over here. But I'll definitely remember that Ziza. I'll give you a shout out each time I see you. YouTube, you sound far away. Wow, really? Hmm. This is very interesting. All right, let me take this off. Yes, is my son. Oh, is your son YouTube? Okay. All right, no worries. These I'll definitely. I just took the muff off, so let me now know if I still sound far away on YouTube. They might confuse because we don't get the DJ in it. Oh, there's a D. Yeah, the DJ is still playing on YouTube, is he not? iPhone King. Yeah, we all have an iPhone. Pretty sure 90% of us. Actually, I want to upgrade the iPhone, but they each. It's like you can't keep up with iPhone because as soon as you want to upgrade, they release another one, and you're like, what? So look, so you see, DXY it's pushing to come into zone 1, but it hasn't broken this resistance yet. And whenever like the price action is going to cross over into another zone, there's sometimes like some rejections going on here. So as you can see now, it's pulling back, and EU is coming back up as well, and that's a very good break now. So if it does confirm that chart, I'm okay. If it confirm a log, I'm okay because the price action is being distributed. If the price action actually comes back to my point of interest and close at my point of interest, that's even better. I'd love that. All right, good. So I'm getting some action here in my YouTube chat. I now have persons speaking in my YouTube chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming over. And I hope you guys feel welcome and at home over here on YouTube. Do have a very lovely DJ in the background playing some pretty decent tunes. So enjoy and let me know if you'd like to hear anything else. Someone told me once that I sound like you know, like when you're taking those flights and they basically speak, the pilot is speaking from the cockpit. Anyone trading NY later on today? You're going for NY, Sylvia. Okay, that's good. NY, I believe, is going to be crazy later on. It is going to. Where's my sign? Where's my sign? NY is going to be crazy later on today, because I think everyone has been waiting for that. What's coming out again in NY today? Let's have a quick look at it. Forex Factory, was it ADP? So if you trade CAD, we do have a lot coming out for CAD as well. That's unemployment claims and employment change. So that should be pretty interesting if you're trading any forex pair that is related to CAD. And then we also have average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate coming out for Euro USD. If we see all three green, these USD news comes out all three green, then it's going to be a massive fall on gold. But remember, gold is pretty emotional. Sometimes it doesn't give a hell what the news want to say. So let's see. I marked the 215 zone yesterday and the sell happened. No chance to enter with 215. Damn. So did you miss that? No, you got that sell, did you? Or did you you take it using the Heikin-Ashi confirmations and all of that. Does anyone? Well, I know you do, Sylvia, but I'm just checking the. Of course, bro. Gold is an emotional traded pair. I think most of the time the price action is based on emotions. Does anyone trade using Heikin-Ashi candles? Does anyone understand how to use Heikin-Ashi candles? I know you do, Sylvia, but I'm just checking the population just to see like how versed we are with these different instruments or these different tools we use. Does anyone use Heikin-Ashi candles to help you with your entries or to hold your positions longer? If it's a no, just put a no in the chat. It's fine. Just if you, I will explain what I know about them, so you might learn something as well. But if you do, just put yes in the chat. If you don't, just put no in the chat. Let me just see the numbers. And when I explained it, because Sylvia also explained it to me as well, and I really do like them. So if you guys don't, if you've never used Heikin-Ashi candles before, say no. If you have, just say yes. Let me just see the numbers of persons who know or don't know. Ah, if anyone here is from Jamaica, you would know Barry G, the boogeyman. Pretty sure no one knows Barry G, the boogeyman, but all right. I don't think I have any Jamaicans on from the western areas of Jamaica. All right, persons on TikTok are saying no, and Neon City is saying yes. My YouTube persons are shy as usual. That's fine. That's fine. So Heikin-Ashi. Let's go back to gold. I think it's quite better to look at Heikin-Ashi from gold. Can I buy gold now, or I don't know? Innocent, I don't. Remember, I am no financial advisor. As I said, I'm just some random guy here on the internet, just showing you what I am doing. Now, Heikin-Ashi candle, in simple term, well, the price action is calculated different from the candles them itself, because if you look at the candles, this is where the candlestick price is at, but when you look at the Heikin-Ashi candle, it's lower. You see, it was closer to the sell line on the candlesticks, but on Heikin-Ashi it's lower. Now, the difference in the price is that I believe Heikin-Ashi uses an average of the basically the high, low, and something, I believe. So it uses an average. But one of the key things of Heikin-Ashi is that it helps you to identify reversals. Now, how it does this is, and it's not 100% accurate. I don't think there's anything that is 100% accurate when it comes on into this trading thing. How Heikin-Ashi kind of helps you is that if it's going in a direction, if it's going up, there should not be any bottom wick. If it's going down, there should not be any top wick. So exhibit A, we're going to start from here at the top. So this is just a teaching segment, so you guys can learn a little bit. I'm starting here from the top. It's going down. You can see that these red candles, they have no top wick. That is showing you that, look, the down pressure is pretty strong here on this, right? The down pressure is pretty strong. Then look, as soon as it reaches you, you start to see now where it's starting to create a top wick, right? Now, this is saying now, or this is indicating to you now that the down motion is getting weaker. So you start to see top wicks, you start to see different candle colors changing and all of that. And because of this now, you can maybe consider to say, all right, look, it's going to be, there's going to be a reversal here, possibly, because you're getting multiple rejection candles with top wicks and bottom wicks, and you can see that the down motion is a little bit weak at the moment. Right, so that's one of the key ways you can really use the Heikin-Ashi candles to help you identify reversals. It also does shows you like the supports and resistance as well. If you're struggling to identify supports and resistance, it does help you to see where those supports and resistance can be. Look at that, it hit that 1 hour resistance. It also hit that 30-minute support, sorry. So it can help you in that regard as well if you're struggling to identify these areas. So that's how you can use the Heikin Ashi candle to help you out as well when you're looking for things, confirmations, yada yada, and so forth. Did I do a good job explaining that, Sylvia? Yeah, these candles are not for entries because the price actions is way different. All right, was that good? Did you guys understand that? Let me know. Brilliant. Proud proud of me. All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, good. So where are we now? What time is it now? It's now 7:30, 30 minutes until London opens. Euro USD is being distributed nicely inside my 215 zone. I love that. If this candle could close red and then the next one goes green, then that would be nice. Let's go back to gold here. Gold has broken below my 215 zone. It's been hovering below. Hasn't quite confirmed any entries just as yet. No entry 2 nor any entry 1 setup just as yet. So we're still patiently waiting right now. Can entry sell now? I don't know, Sarah. Remember, Sarah, I'm using the 215 technique. If you don't know what the 215 technique is, I would recommend you to subscribe here so you can learn more about it. But for right now, I'm just waiting. You know, yesterday I was on TikTok. I was on TikTok and I was because I watch other streamers as well. In my spare time, whenever I'm bored, I watch other streamers as well. So I was watching this guy, and he had his markings from in the London session when he's gonna wait to basically take an entry. So he had his markings since London, right? He didn't take an entry in London because price action moved, and he was waiting there. And then in the New York session, because he stayed from London directly into New York, and he was in the New York session, and the price action went up in London, then it went down in New York, and it came down to his entry point. However, it basically just blast through his zone that he was looking for. So he basically sat there on I think he was live for about 10 hours, I think, just waiting for his entries, and the market, when it finally came, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. It just went directly through. So it just goes to show you that you can't really rush your entries. You can't force your entries. You just need to wait patiently for your entries to come to you, because the market may not give you an entry in a given day, and if it doesn't give you an entry, don't force it. Tomorrow can be a better day. Are you scalping? I would say, I think I'm from the line of a different trade. I'm a 215 trader, so I basically do what the 215 says. Sometimes it's scalping, sometimes it's day trading, sometimes it's half day trading, that kind of thing, because sometimes these setups do give you a pretty decent setup that you can actually go for in a day. Are you going to tell us if we must buy our... No, I'm not going to do that. No, Joha. I'm not going to tell you if you should buy or if you should sell. Reason being is that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a random guy. Something just came into me. Is it possible? I think it should be possible. Is it possible for me to actually connect my TikTok chat into my YouTube chat? I guess no one knows. I'll do some research on that. Yeah, because I think if I do that, then that should help with the engagement. I'll check it out. How your TP? What do you mean? I'm not in a position right now. I'm not in a position on EU, nor am I in a position on XAU. Yeah, you guys are learning, and that's good. Yeah, but I don't say but don't ask if I should if you should buy or sell. It doesn't make sense you do that because I'm not gonna say you should do this or do that. I'm showing you what I'm waiting for, and when what I'm waiting for happens, I'll let you know. No, the voice no, is it was just muted. It was just muted. Sorry. Um, let's see what I miss. All right, come on, guys. So we're at 3,700 likes. If we could just get those likes to 4,000, I would really appreciate it. If you're learning from what we're discussing here today, definitely hit that like button. So if we can get those likes up to 4,000 likes, I would really appreciate it. What happened there? All the numbers, everyone's leaving. That's okay. So if you can just hit that like button, get those likes up to 4,000 likes, I would really appreciate it. It's a pretty slow day today, as you can see. Pretty slow day. Price action has broken down below, but we do have the London market opening in 22 minutes to be exact, and I believe as soon as the London market opens and we should see an injection of volume inside of the market. All right. Should see an injection of volume inside the market. All right, EU is being distributed evenly inside my zone. Love that. If this candle can close above that point of interest, that would be good. I like seeing when it tests the top and the bottom of the zone. So it's been distributed nicely. If we have a quick look at DXY as well, we can see that I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame here on DXY. Can see where it's testing to go into zone 1, hasn't quite broken it just yet, and we're still going up just a bit. So it's a bit of a consolidating kind of trend. Question: did you guys usually trade EU and use DXY, or is it since you've been here on this stream you have actually started to look at DXY to basically help you with Euro USD? Do you also want to know another key tip as well? But I think I heard it on, what's his name, Raja Banks, and it was very interesting, and I think it did help me. DXY is a game changer. Brilliant. Glad to hear that, Money. Yes, you give some tip. Nice. He said that it's one of the best times to basically, let's say you trade in forex, right? One of the best time to trade forex is when one of the pairs are closed. So Euro USD it might be better to trade it when it's only just the euro market is open, or you trade it when it's only just the USD market to open that's open. And I think that really does help as well, because at least you know that you're getting the volume, but you're getting the injection of the volume mainly from one side versus you're getting the injection of the volume from both sides in a sense. I think that's a key tip. That's a very good tip. Well, do some research on that though, if it makes sense for you guys. How do you see the NFP, sir? I see it on Forex Factory. So if I would like to see the NFP results, then I'll go on Forex Factory to look at it. Let's go to gold. Gold is pushing down now. Gold is down. Hold on. Where did gold open? 11 o'clock. So here, basically open here. I wonder if it's coming down to test these lows. Because if it does come down to test these lows on the 4-hour resistance there and reject, then we could be looking to see price going back to 3375. I mean, what's the direction today? Okay. Direction on NFP, I don't know actually. I really don't know. Since the week has started, all these red folder news that has been coming out hasn't really been doing anything to the markets, to be honest, from my perspective. So, and because it's 3 of them coming out, I think what's gonna happen, I think maybe 2 is going to be green, then 1 is going to be red, and then what do you even do with that information? Because they're all 3 high impact news, right? Or 1 is going to come out red, or 2 is going to come out green. What are you going to do with all that news? Because it's going to be confusing to see the direction of where the price action is ultimately going to go. So what I say, normally I see people like I think it's going to go to 338. 338, that's a decent drop. That's all the way down here. What's that? Is that a daily resistance or something? Well, is it the wick of this daily? Yeah, it's not impossible. I would really love to see gold back go. I would really love to see gold going back to below 3,000, back in the 2,000. When gold was in the 2,000, oh my word! When gold was in its 2,000, that's when the 215 was at its peak. And my members who are here from those days, you know it's a fact. When gold was below 2,000, below 3,000, gold, the 215 was at its peak. We were eating left, right, and center when it comes down to the 215 technique and taking entries. Yeah, I remember that time I made a bunch of cash F when it was farm, because when gold was going to when gold was moved when it was transitioning from the 2,000 into the 3,000, we were there because we caught I think we caught a buy when it was moving, and it just went all the way up, and we were waiting for it to come back, and it didn't come back. We were in the New York session when we broke all time. Yeah, we were doing some crazy things. Then I think we did even an entry too as well. I think at all time highs, which was crazy as well. Sylvia, 1 like from me back home. Nice. Welcome back. Aziza, on the 30-minute time frame. Let's see. You want to see the 30-minute time frame? Oh, well, I'm on the 30-minute time frame now. Look, price action is pushing down to that 4-hour support, but we still have this little area here as well. We might be looking for some entry 2s now, because unless London is going to take it back to the zone to confirm an entry 1 short, I don't see that happening. Well, let's see. Let's look at EU. EU is moving up nicely. Honestly, this is sometimes something that sometimes confuse me sometimes. Well, it doesn't confuse me, but it doesn't really, it lessen my confidence as well. Sometimes if I see gold pushing down and EU is pushing up, I'm like, what's going on there? Usually you guys are in the same direction or you're having a beef kind of thing. Because EU is going up now, but gold is going down. That's why I say gold is such an emotional traded pair, because I don't see why it's going down. It should be going up at the moment. So I'm just saying that it's just emotion. People just taking their profits. People just short in the market aggressively. So I'm going to be looking for an entry to either from that 4-hour support or from the support here at 3344. EU is coming up. DXY is pushing down as well. Still have a few minutes here. For this candle to close. We have the London market opening in about 14 minutes. So let's see. I think this EU. Because if it looks like confirm a buy, I think it's going to be I think this EU is going to be a fake out possibly. Well, let's see. Yo, bro, when does London session opens and close at UK timing? It opens at 8 o'clock and it closes, I believe, at 5, 4:30 to 5. Because right now it's 7:47 a.m. So it's gonna open in 13 minutes. All right, 2 minutes until this candle close. Getting a rejection here on DXY. DXY is going down. It's moving towards my buy line here on EU. Just need to see a 5-minute candle closure above that line for me to go for the buys here. Or it would be nice though if this candle doesn't confirm the buy, it closes green, then the next one closes red, then the other one closes green. So there's like a stop in the momentum, then a continuation of the Peter Pan. Why do you think bias is gold? Personally, I think gold hits 3,300 today. Well, it can most definitely hit 3,300 because we have a triple red folder news coming out today. Wait a minute, I'm on 30 minutes. That should be on the 5-minute time frame. We have a triple red folder news coming out today, which can, if all of that comes out green, we could see a pretty massive drop of 100 pips or so on gold. So it's not impossible. Okay, EU is coming up to my buy line. 1 minute on this candle. 1 minute 30 on this candle. It's pushing up aggressively. Not taking any early entries here on EU. I need to wait and see it confirm that entry properly. 1 minute left as well. If it wants to go, it goes, but okay. Wow, all right. That's aggressive. Less than a minute left on this candle. Gold is rejected from that 1-hour support. All right, gold will take some time to confirm. We still have about 5 minutes on that. Let's see what EU is doing. I genuinely think this is a fake out. I genuinely think this is a fake out. My mind is telling me it's a fake out. Could wait for the next candle and see. Six seconds, and it's right on the line of the buy line. It closed exactly. Oh my word! It closed exactly on that buy line. Let's call in the VAR to see what's going on here. Maybe just a little bit of a nipple above it. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold is on that 1-hour support just the same. Have not entered here at EU as yet. That's not quite strong for me, so I'm just gonna wait. Just gonna wait a little bit more and see. We still have the London opening in about 10 minutes as well. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna wait for the second candle to see what's gonna happen here. You know what? I'm going to enter the buy here on EU. Let's see. The XY is still pushing down, so I just entered that buy on EU. So let's see what's gonna happen now. Put my stop loss just at that point of interest right there. Not risking no more than 7 pips. Is that about 7 pips, I believe? Yeah, about 7 pips, a little bit above 7 pips. And then I'm going to push my TP at my 4-hour resistance right there at the top of that. So let's see what's going to happen on that. Could be a possibility fake out, but the XY is still pushing down. So I'm just going to take that risk. So just enter that. So while that's doing that, let's have a look. If it hits that, if it's hit this red line here, then I'll go BE at that point in time, just to make sure I'm on the. I'll take the risk off at that point. I also need to close above this line as well, because I believe this was like a small 30-minute resistance as well. So let's see. All right, while that's doing that, let's have a look at gold, see what gold is doing. All right, is this it's in an area for an entry too, but I don't know how. Let me just measure this. That's 19 pips already, so that's beyond the usual size. Soon 1200 on gold. What do you mean 1200 on gold? Will close my 3,500 short entries on. Oh, you're in a short since it's been at 3,500. Nice. That's pretty nice. That's decent. That. On 1,200. I don't know if it will go back to 1,200, but okay. Let's see what EU is doing. All right, EU is going nicely. DXY is pushing down nicely on that 15-minute time frame. Still need to see a close above here in these areas for me to say that no, it's all good. All right, guys, remember, if you're on TikTok, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, that's 215 Trades. Definitely go ahead and do so. 215 Trades here on YouTube. And entry 2 would be pretty decent here if only it met the size requirements of the zone that it has created. No, I don't take entries. If I trade New York, I must be like, I don't normally trade New York. I don't like trading New York, so I don't trade it. I think New York is confusing to me. To me, I think it's just because you have two market opening, and then you also have two market openings, and then you always have news at the openings of these two markets. I just think that the first 2 hours of the New York session is just chaotic. And the 215 zone doesn't like chaos. So I tend to go for the more for the calmer markets, like the London and the Asian markets. I haven't traded the Asian markets in a while though because of sleep. Yeah, it would be nice to get to take a long here on that 1 hour support. Only reason why I'm not taking it, even though it might actually do skyrocket, is because it didn't meet the entry requirement for the entry 2 setup. Let's see. DXY is still pushing down. You could chance it here though. All right, I tell you what, let me just wait 5 minutes until London opens. So let's see what's going to happen when the London market does open. EU is pushing up nicely, DXY is pushing down as well. Ooh, that's a massive rejection. Oh, that's a massive rejection. Yeah. You little fucker, you doing that little fake out thing. We still can get a better confirmation for entry 2 off this 1 hour support, so there's no need to risk it just now. We also have the London market opening in about 4 minutes as well, so let's see. EU is rejecting aggressively as well. Pretty decent fake out. All right, so in 3 minutes, we shall be seeing some volume inside of the markets here. All right, so we're pretty close to 5,000 likes here on TikTok. So if you guys would just be so kind just to double tap on that screen and get those likes up to 5,000. Only need about 200 likes to get there as well. If we're looking at the Heikin-Ashi as well, let's see, it does show that there's a bit of possibility of a trend reversal coming in right here. Yeah, DXY is pushing down aggressively because no, DXY is flipping. Okay, yeah, DXY is flipping. That's hence why we're getting this rejection here on EU. Okay. All right, so it got caught in that fake out there. (7:59 a.m. here in London. Hopefully, we still have a minute left. If this candle still stands, and then I think the only thing can save this now is if the London market opens and decide, hey, look, no, EU is not going down, let's go up. It's the only thing that can save this right now. So let's see. Gold is still rejecting from this 1 hour support here. It hasn't confirmed an entry 2 for me to take an entry 2 just yet. It still could be a very decent buy area though, as it has done in the past when it cut here, came down, bam, smacked it, and then reacted upwards. Could be doing the same thing here as well. But it didn't confirm an entry 2 for me to push to take an entry 2 from this because these 2 candles were a little bit too big, so it didn't confirm an wow, 6,000 likes. That's, I only asked for 200 and you guys gave me 2,000. That's nice. Thank you guys. You guys are so generous with these likes. I really do appreciate it. All right, good. So it's now 8 o'clock. The volume is in now from the London market now. So let's see what they're going to do. Let's see if London is going to help us out or help me out here. If not, then it's definitely going to be SL morning here on EU. Let's see. We're also going up until 8:30 as well. Yeah, we're getting a green. No, we don't want no green candles on DXY. We need red candles now. We need red candles. Yeah, I think I was just taken out on EU. Or I'm about to be. Yeah, I just closed that out. What's DXY? DXY is basically the US dollar currency. So I use DXY as an indicator as well to help me to take entries on EU. Was a fake out. Did call that it was a fake out. Still took the risk though, just the same, just in case it wasn't a fake out. All right, so let's remove that from that. What's gold doing? Gold is still right there. It's not doing anything just as yet. Let's see. I usually take 2 entries on EU anyway, so let's see what's gonna happen. Still have another entry that I could take. Look at that. So DXY is the US dollar index. I believe that's what is that what? Yeah, US dollar index. That's what it's called. So the DXY is basically the opposite of EU. So if you yeah, London just opened. Yeah, so the volume is sprinkling in to the market. So DXY is the opposite of EU. And if you, let's say that you were trading if you're trading, what do you call it? If you're trading GBP JPY, then you would be looking at the yen basket, which would basically be the DXY equivalent. See, there's it, the Japanese yen basket, which would be the DXY equivalent of, would be equivalent of the Japanese yen. And if you're, let's say you could also, I think, what's the GBP one called? I think is it called GBP basket? Let's see, GBP basket. I don't remember what it's called. I know you have the JPY basket, you have the US dollar index, GB, but every currency, every currency that there is, it has one of these. So you can look it up. You can definitely look it up. It's worth to know. Very interesting to know. As well, let's look at gold. Gold is not doing anything as well yet. London market has just opened as well. DXY is pushing up aggressively. EU is pushing down aggressively as well. Is moving into zone 1. I need to see if it's going to react to zone 1 here, Joe. I told you it was going down. Oh yeah, you did tell me. Sometimes I don't listen. Now I have the tendency to do that sometimes. My apologies, my friend. Thanks. I'm gonna message you privately for more information. Yeah, sure, you can definitely do that. That means then gold should be falling out the sky then. Yeah, it definitely is coming out the sky. All right, remember guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, definitely do so. That's 215 Trades here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for all the likes. Okay, we're at 7,000 likes here on the channel. Thank you guys. I think the most I've ever seen is 10K likes since I've been streaming here on TikTok. Or was it? No, I think there was one day when we went 100,000 likes. I think we went 100,000 likes because I think we were streaming from London to New York. And I think on that day was the day when TikTok took oh gosh, that was the day when TikTok took the account. All right, so you see DXY is still struggling to break into zone 1. Check CRCL. What's CRCL? I'm not sure what CRCL is. What do I think of gold? Gold. Gold is all right now. At the moment, it's in a pretty new. I don't have any entries on gold just yet because it has broken my 215 zone, and it hasn't. It would have been nice if this candle had came back into the zone and confirmed that sharp, but instead, it just closed. Didn't quite come inside the zone. So we would be if we're looking right now, we would be in a decent shot. We would be in all this down movement if only if this price action here when it rejected came back into the zone and then closed outside. But sadly we weren't so lucky, so that didn't happen. But right now I'm not in a position right now on gold. I'm still waiting patiently just to see if I could get my either an entry 2 or maybe an entry 1. Possibly we might not quite get any as well because we only have 25 minutes left on stream. So let's see what's going to happen there. DXY is still struggling to break in that upper zone. As you can now see, there's a rejection here on EU from that hasn't broken below the sell line. I don't know, it has only broken the buy line, I would say. So we could be seeing a reversal in a sense, but we need to see that this 15-minute candle has to flip on DXY for me to consider it again. Thank you guys for the follow, my friends. Someone asked me about CRCL, but I don't know what CRCL is. Maybe you're just spamming or you want. I don't know what that is. What's CRCL, bro? Can you put CRCL chart on? I need to vet that first. CRCL price. Is this a stock? It says Carcel PLC. That's what it says it is. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's a stock. Oh, okay. I don't do stocks anyway, so sadly I don't do stocks. I used to. It's pretty nice though. I used to look at stocks when Palantir was low and Plug was low. They're high now. It's saying, well, you Google is saying that the CRCL price is at 0.36 pounds, so a few pence. I don't see anything going on crazy with these charts though, because these charts look dead. Yeah, those charts look dead. That looks like it's a penny stock, but it's a dying penny stock. All right, guys, if you're gonna take the likes up to 7K likes, might as well just take it to 10,000. No, bro, it's over $87 a share. No, that's not what this says. But I was looking at Bing, so that might be the problem as well, because Bing is not the best when it comes on to Google and stuff or searching stuff. Let me have a quick look here. You're looking at the wrong one. No, you keep on. That's all it's showing me. On the London Stock Exchange, it's at 0.37. That's why it's saying it's 0.37 pounds. I don't know if there's one in the New York Stock Exchange. Maybe there is, but on what I'm seeing here is, well, it's up 2.78% today. That's good. Okay, all right, hold on, guys. All right, so that's the first. We could be looking to just possibly trying an entry too. But I need to see. It has to confirm it nicely. I need to see about 15 pips on this, but this candle has to close in that little zone there, and I'll look to take a long. EU, I see you. Thank you guys for the likes. Ensure that you also subscribe to 215 Trades on YouTube if you want to learn more about the 215 technique as well. All right, so we're going up until 8:30 a.m. today. It's now 8:12 a.m. here in London. So let's see what's going to happen. Almost at 10,000, just 1,000 likes away. Thank you so much for the support, Talman. Aziz as well. Mohammed, I think. Mohammed, maybe. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the support. And Maba, was that Maba? Did I get that right? Maba Emmanuel. Thank you so much for liking the live, my friends. Really do appreciate the love and the support that you guys bring just by being here. All right, just by being here, interacting with me with the chat, I really do appreciate it. If you hit the like button, I love it even more. Molly, thank you as well for that as well. All right, that's good. What's going on here on EU? DXY is pushing back down, so I'm guessing that was like a little bit of a tease. This rejection was a little bit of a tease, but ultimately it's a strong possibility that EU may wanting to be looking to actually continue higher here. But let's see what's going to happen. Hi, me, myself, and I, 89. Buy or sell on gold? No, I'm not in any positions yet on gold. It hasn't confirmed any of the entries here on the 215 just as yet. So I'm still just waiting patiently to see what is going to happen here. Thank you guys. Almost at 10,000 likes. I tell you guys, today your fingers will be properly fit and ready for any entries that you guys are going to take. Once you see that entry, your fingers are going to be so fast to click that buy or sell button. Thank you for today. No problem at all, Ziza. I'm happy that you learned something from this random guy here on the internet. That's not a financial advisor or anything like that. But if you learned something today, if you took something away from today, then that's good. Even though it did take an L just now on that entry on EU, but that's fine. EU tends to sometimes, I think most of the times if I lose an entry on EU is because I know something and not do something. I do something that I wasn't supposed to do, kind of thing. But even when I'm doing those entries, I still risk manage from my end. So price action is pushing down now to my sell line. If this does confirm a short, then I'll go for it because it has a break as well. So let's see. It's now 8:15 a.m. We still have 15 minutes left in stream. When you come up tomorrow? No, tomorrow is a weekend. I don't trade forex, not forex. What's that? Crypto. I don't trade crypto, which you can use the 215 technique on Bitcoin. I have shown guys as well how to use it. You can use it on Bitcoin, but I don't trade crypto, so that was a massive rejection. So I'm not going to be tomorrow, but I'm going to be on Monday. So Monday, yeah, I'll be on 6:30 on Monday. I'll be on YouTube. I'll also be on TikTok. So I shall be here on Monday. I'm in a buy and gold. Congrats to you. All right, make sure you take some partials as well and just secure. It's Friday as well, guys, so remember, no need to force it. If you can't do it today, you can do it on Monday. If it doesn't happen today, it can happen on Monday. Cool. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much for that, Caesar. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed as yet, Definitely subscribe to 215 Trades. Really appreciate the love and the support there. Well, thank you guys as well for getting the likes to 10K as well. Appreciate that much. Maba Emmanuel, thank you for that, my friend. See, we have gotten quite a lot of new supporters here today. Appreciate it. Now, ultimately, and I'm going to say this to you guys, so because I'm going to go off in a few minutes, in about 40 minutes or so. Now, this is what you guys could look for if you want to follow through with the 215 technique, right? Now, if we don't get an entry through confirmation here for our longs, if price basically comes back to the zone, right? If price comes back to the zone, reject from the zone, then close below the zone, right? And you guys can tell me about this on Monday. If price breaks above the zone, see you in Discord. We'll let you know if we take a trade today. Yeah, sure, no problem. Manny, you can text me anytime, my friend, on Telegram. If price breaks and comes back into the zone, then reject from the zone and close between my sell line and my 50-minute rejection, which is basically at 3366.8 and 3365.4. Close in this range, then we can ultimately look for a short position to target these lower areas, to come back down to these lower areas. Ultimately. So you can take a screenshot, you can take a picture of it, just so you remember. I'll leave that on there. 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you can just take a screenshot of that, and then you can track it for yourself to see if it actually does play out in your regards. I don't think I'm going to take any. I think I'm finished for the day. If EU doesn't confirm an entry, I think I'll finish for the day. I should be ending the week in green, so that should be good. Gold, that gold play yesterday was so massive. It was so lovely. It was so juicy as well. So that move yesterday pushed the P&L for the week in green, so I'm okay for the week. So that what ultimately you can look for an entry one short on gold. Please, is boom and crash real or fake? I don't even know what boom and crash is. I caught 100 pips yesterday. Lovely. I met Ronaldo in Dubai. Look at my TikTok story. All right, no problem at all, Robbie. I'm very happy that you met Ronaldo in Dubai. 50 up and you took up and down. No, oh, that's nice. That's a decent ping pong. That. Let's look back at EU as well. You know what I realized, that we've never actually. I know how to identify, but it's we've never taken an entry to set up on EU on stream. All right, remember guys, if you haven't yet subscribed as yet to 215 Trades, please definitely go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Chioma, welcome. So that's 215 Trades. That's the home of the 215 technique. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Who are you using? Yeah, FTMO. FTMO is my prop that I use. Progress at Robbie, your girlfriend. Who are you using? What? Did I miss something? No. I think I have used quite a few prop firms. However, I just think that FTMO is the better one to use. I've had tried to use it others, but the rules on FTMO are just straightforward. They're clean. I like them. Okay, I'm going to try to do a 10K challenge. No problem. can definitely do that. DXY is struggling to get into zone 1, as you guys can clearly see here. All right, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to leave it here for today because gold has moved aggressively from the zone. So I'm not going to be looking to get any entries. It's not confirming any entry two right now. And EU is pretty much consolidating inside the range here as well. So I'm going to leave it there for today. And I guess I'll see you guys on Monday's stream. If you haven't yet followed the channel, please go ahead and follow the TikTok page. If you also haven't yet follow the 215 trades on YouTube, also go ahead and do that. On the YouTube, you should be able to see my Telegram group and so forth, so you can join the Telegram group and all of that and be a part of that. Over the weekend, 6:30, I go live on 6:30 every day. Also over the weekend, I'm going to be working on my you'll start trading with me next week. No problem at all, Legend. Make sure, Legend, that you're in the Telegram group and you're also in the you're also following the YouTube channel. So over the weekend, I'm going to be working on my Discord group, as my members have suggested that I do, and I'll share the Discord group in the Telegram group as well for everyone to see, so you guys can join there if you are interested. All right, guys. So I will see y'all on Monday. Again, I really do appreciate everyone who has showed up here and who are here, whether you just liked, whether you just commented, or you subscribe, or you followed. I really do appreciate all the continuous support. So on that note, I'll leave it here, my friends. Stay safe, my friends, and happy trading. All right. So I'll see you guys on Monday.